Hello and welcome to today's devotion for Thursday the 18th of February. Today's hymn in the Methodist Prayer Handbook is by Charles Wesley. It is a hymn that is included in the order of service for prayer in the morning in the Methodist worship book, and I do like the words, so I'm going to read it to you now. It's 134 in Singing the Faith and number 457 in Hymns and Psalms. Christ, whose glory fills the skies, Christ the true, the only light, Sun of righteousness arise, triumph o'er the shades of night. Dayspring from on high be near, day star in my heart appear. Dark and cheerless is the morn unaccompanied by thee, joyless is the day's return, till thy mercy's beams I see, till they inward light impart, glad my eyes and warm my heart. Visit then this soul of mine, pierce the gloom of sin and grief, fill me, radiancy divine, scatter all my unbelief, more and more thyself display, shining to the perfect day. The psalm for today is Psalm 84, one of my favourites and one that I commend to you to read today if you get chance. That's Psalm 84. And the Bible reading comes from 2 Corinthians, where Paul is looking back to the time when Moses, after meeting with God, would cover his face with a veil when he returned to speak to the people of Israel, because otherwise his face would have been shining too brightly for them. And I love the idea that we shine with the light of God's love. I love the fact that the more time we spend with God, the more we become like God, and the more people can see God in us. When I was on sabbatical nearly 3 years ago now, I spent a day in Durham, and I was heading down the hill from the cathedral back into the town centre when I spotted that there was a prayer room set up in the Salvation Army, which was open to all, and so I went in. And it was a lovely, peaceful prayer space with various prayer stations set out with different prayer activities. And there was also coffee, so I sat and drank my coffee and visited the different prayer stations and prayed. And I felt very aware of God's presence there. So much so that as I was leaving, I felt moved to thank the person who was looking after the prayer room. And I'm not sure quite what I said, but it was something along the lines of thank you for providing such a God-filled space. To which she replied, well, thank you for bringing God in with you. That response warmed my heart and provides us perhaps with an image to hold on to of ourselves bringing God in with us, brightening up a room with the presence of God, filling the space with God's love, shining with the light of God's love. So may you each shine brightly today as you bring God in with you. God bless.